Hello everyone. The following video presentation has been created for you in helping to present today's first safety drill of the year. In the past, you may recall that in the event of an active shooter, promoting a lockdown drill, you would be instructed to lock your classroom door, sit on the floor, and hide out for several minutes before being instructed to return to normal classroom activities. Although these practices seem rational, they're just not practical. They do not provide you with the opportunity to make personal choices that impact your safety. For example, if you had an opportunity to get out of the building and head to safety, would you do so? Or would you lock down? I guess the answer depends upon the situation, but it is important for all of us to know that we have individual choices to make. As we move forward with our safety drills, you'll hear us refer to the acronym ALICE. Staff members throughout the school district have been trained in the ALICE principles and will be available to you to run drills, provide instruction, and work collaboratively to address specific scenarios that could potentially take place. Here's a good question for you. What does ALICE stand for? ALICE stands for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate. Throughout the year, our safety drills will address all of the aforementioned principles, but for the sake of today's drill, we will emphasize evacuate. Therefore, we will be conducting an evacuation drill. Evacuate is the preferred response for ALICE. If there is ever a chance to get out of the building when safety is compromised, why wouldn't you do so? There will be situations where you will need to lock down and counter, but for today, we will talk about evacuate. First, in the event of an active shooter in our building, are you aware of all the exits and their locations? Please take the next 60 seconds to have class discussions identifying your building exits, specifically those that are in your nearest proximity. Secondly, once you evacuate the building, you will proceed in the safest direction to a rally point as quickly as possible. We have identified 3 different rally points for students to go to and assemble. They are the Niederkorn Library, the skate park on the west side of the football field, and the Harbor Club green space near the cemetery. Please take the next 2 minutes to discuss these questions related to our 3 rally point locations. Welcome back, and hopefully you had a good discussion. Questions 1 and 2 were quite simple because they lend you to the Niederkorn Library from the auditorium and to the Harbor Club from third building because it is the safest route by staying away from the front of the building. But it is possible, depending on how you exit the new academic wing, you could end up at any of the 3 rally points provided. There are no wrong answers for the rally point you use as long as you stay away from the danger and stay away from the front of the building. For the sake of this drill, we do not know the location of the active shooter, but you will make a decision to evacuate instead of lock down. If you come across our pretend active shooter dressed in black with a black hood, be prepared to divert to another exit. So when you hear the emergency announcement over the loudspeaker, you will immediately respond by evacuating the building and proceed to one of the rally points that we identified for you. You must proceed all the way to the rally point and remain there until the air horn sounds. So I do have an air horn. We will sound that off to have everyone come back into the building. If this was an actual event, you would remain at the rally points until the buses arrive to take you to our reunification point where everyone would be united and accounted for. Now, for those of you that think that you do not have to return to school or just take your time getting back from the drill, you are mistaken. You will have 4 minutes to return to your 4th period class where your teacher will take attendance. If you do not return in those 4 minutes, you will be marked unexcused absent and issued a detention. There are no excuses. Please take this drill very seriously and return to class promptly when you hear the air horn. Thank you very much. So, are you ready? I think an announcement will take place momentarily.